Goddamn beaver cheese. Fresh fucking balls. This is what we're driving today. That's a badass looking Le Mans car right there. I would love to drive that fucking car. Running sound for a show, nice. Band any good? Dude, this car I unlocked is a burner, bro. This car is a burner, son. Oh, you see what that motherfucker just did? Don't fuck with me on Tete Rouge, man. Let's see how fast we can get this bitch. We come down the Mulsanne Straight right after this next chicane. We're going to see how fast she can go. That's 182, 183. 183 before we have to brake. All right, let's see how fast we can get her up to. Going downhill here, bitches. Yo, what up, Amber? Damn, this car is so fucking gnarly. $184. This thing is just pinned to the concrete here, man. It's awesome. Downforce is incredible on this car. Oh yeah, man. That was a lot of fun. That was a great race. You guys did awesome. Probably one of the most competitive and coolest races I've watched in a while. I'm in your slipstream, but it ain't going to be good enough. Fucking going too wide up there, just blocking me. Alright, coming up to Indianapolis here. We got the Arnage corner down here on this side. We're going to pass these guys before we get to the Arnage. Nope. We'll get one of them, maybe. Get off my fucking line. Alright, I gotta be careful now. Yeah, I mean, it was it was just a solid performance. I mean, that's all you can say. Dude, this car is nasty. I feel like fucking Dale Earnhardt with this car. Made up 15 positions in one lap. That's crazy. Ah, yeah, that's interesting. That guy spun out ahead of me there. That's good. Picked up a spot. Yeah, I didn't even think about the difference in the grind there. Damn, these fucking guys are right on us here. Let's see if we can pick up some speed coming down the hill. Yeah, the frame save. There would have been a sub 30 with that. If you'd have got the frame save on first attempt. Sub 30, easily. You can save those frames, math teacher guy. It just takes a lot of work and practice. You got to dedicate yourself to it. But you too can save forest fires. Only you can prevent frame savings. Got a trio of red cars up here, running 1, 2, and 3. Wonder what kind of cars they are. That one's an Audi. That one's also an Audi. 3 Audis, 1, 2, and 3. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I should know it though, because the quote is very familiar. Is it Brad Pitt and Moneyball? Dude, I cannot tell you how good this car feels to drive. It's crazy. I gotta relearn my physics here because it's just so precise. You may not look like a championship team, but you are one, so... Did you watch what, Office Space or Moneyball? Probably Office Space. Just like when when I used to have my road band and we would travel, we'd bring on a new bass player, or drummer, or anybody. They were required to watch Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, before they could join the band and play shows with us. Like, seriously, we had a guy on a Greyhound bus coming out to North Dakota, to Minot, North Dakota, to meet us for a New Year's Eve gig. It was a whole week right around New Year's Eve. And we told him he had to watch, we told him he had to watch Walk Hard before we would, we sent him all the songs to learn. They were like, all right, you have to watch Walk Hard. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm not going to watch that shit. He's like, all right, well, pay for your own bus trip back. Needless to say, he watched it that night when he got in. You just can't be in a band with somebody who doesn't have the frame of reference of Walk Hard. I would imagine working in an office, it's very hard to work with somebody who does not have the Office Space references. And we should start seeing some stars coming out here pretty quick. It's 8 o'clock at night. It's going to be getting dark on us very quickly. I would imagine before we finish this lap, it'll start to be getting dark. We'll see the stars coming out. Night driving's a little different. But because we're probably, while it's nighttime, we're going to be coming up on some lap traffic because we're flying right now. Flat out through that little kink right there. We're up 17 seconds on second place. Got the Indianapolis turn right up here. Wave to the stands. And west towards Arnage. .302 is not great. All right, as the sun is going down now. Oh, not good coming into the Porsche curve there. Lost a lot of problems. Lost a lot of momentum there. Picked up some problems. All right, the stars are starting to peek through in the sky there. I would imagine probably within the first half of this next lap, it's going to be dark. All right, looking good on fuel right now. Aw, you're so full of shit. I decided not to load any banana peels into the car. I was trying to reduce weight in the car, so I unloaded the 30 pounds of bananas I had originally brought. Get on the road. Yeah, it's just night, driving at night without the light just sort of changes your perspective a little bit and adjusts the way you drive some. You don't quite have the view distance, and some of the visual cues you use during the day are very, very much hard to see at night for knowing when to brake and shit. Now you can put the nitrous in the cabin. All right, it is 9:33 at night right now. We are opening up an even bigger lead. No lap traffic in front of us yet. I imagine when we get to lap 6, we'll start seeing some. That's how it's kind of been in the past. Dude, this car flat out fucking goes, man. Look at that slipstream. All right, we're 27 seconds ahead of second place right now. Going around the Arnage corner. Look at these nuts. Shout out. Given the Slipstream. Thank you for the shout out to Slipstream. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Opry. Got him. I would love to get to 4 a.m. before we have to pit, but I don't think that's going to happen. Actually, it might, because I don't think, for some reason, I don't think that the accelerated fuel usage is on, but it should be. It's only an hour run, and it's supposed to have accelerated fuel usage on, but it doesn't seem to have it right now, for one reason or another. I mean, that's not a bad thing. It just means we don't have to pit, but I was kind of hoping to get a few pit stops in here so we can practice getting into pit row and stuff like that. I'm perfectly content staying out here and widening the gap between me and second place, though. That's fine. Oh, Tetruja gets me again. Flying. Breaking the speed of sound here. Okay, 36 seconds ahead of second place. That's good. Widening our margin ever so steadily. All right, we got a chicane coming up, and then the biggest, nastiest straight in the whole race. Slow it down, get around this chicane. And then we just open it up full fucking throttle now. The Mulsanne straight here, there have been cars that got up to 250 miles an hour here. Can't make the tip curve around Mulsanne. It's coming up on midnight now. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Depth perception slightly asunder right now. Moderately askew. Still putting time between us and second though. 43 seconds now. We are not on accelerated fuel usage, so we'll probably be able to take this down to 12 laps, maybe 11, but probably 12 before we have to pit stop. Shout out given to the pit crew. Hell yeah. Welcome in, Raiders. Hopefully you were playing RC Pro Am or Al Unser Jr. $180, $181, $182, $183 is going to be it here. Slow down. All right, let's see if we can get 185. Got 184. Yeah, 184 for sure. That's my top speed so far with this car. The GTX car I've had up to 186. The red one. But 184 in this car is great because the way it handles, man, is just crazy. You can hit 184 with a car that handles this well. Pretty incredible. 219 on that split time there. 221's average. Miles per hour. We use freedom increments around here. Kilowatts per hour, yeah. All right, 1:30 in the morning here. We still got a little under a half a tank of fuel, so no need to stop. Tires are still green. We just need to keep driving. itchy nose made me wreck my car. .51 seconds ahead of second place. Coming into the final chicanes here now. All right, let's go past the grandstands and see what we got on our lap time there. All right, 4:13. Not great. See if we can get a sub 4 minute lap. Sub 4 minute lap would make me happy. Yeah, game time's closing in on real lifetime here. Actually, it's 1 hour past my real lifetime right now. All right. Pretty clean through there. 2:30 in the morning. Looks like we'll have plenty of fuel to only have to do one pit stop this race. We got some lap traffic in front of us here. That's unfortunate. Lap 7, we're starting to see our first lap traffic. Could be problematic for us getting our record time here. All right, we're lapping bitches now. I almost hit that fucking guy. I had to swing out wide and hit my brakes, otherwise it would have been a collision. Yeah, gotta go fast. Dude, your lap traffic, get out of my way. I'm not costing you any position here. All right, we got a nice little straightaway here for a second. A little kink here. 59 seconds ahead of second. All right, 3:22. We are rapidly approaching the halfway point of our race here. All right, not a great lap time there. That's okay. We're not going to be able to get a record time now with lap traffic in our way. We had our shot from laps 2 to 6, I think. All right, Tete Rouge here. Let's slow down and switch our perspective up here a little bit. Now I lost a little time to second place there. We were at 59, now we're at 56. Slow down here. Now we got the Mulsanne straight now, so it should be pretty fast. Next couple miles. Back up to 59 seconds on the lead. Come through the chicane, got the Mulsanne kink right here. Yeah, for sure. I can always do this, but, you know. And quit fucking with my views. All right, through Arnage on our way up to the grandstands again. We can literally pit anytime we want to now, as we're past the halfway mark. We're only going to need to pit once so we can make a decision on when we want to pit. I don't really want to pit right now because we have all these cars in front of us. If we could pass these cars, have a strong lap this next lap, then we can pit after that and get back on the road in the gap. That would be preferable. If we pit now, we're just going to have to fight through those cars later. I say we go one more lap, we pass these cars up, get ourselves a nice gap, and then we'll pit after that. I got a lot of people, a lot of cars pitting right now. Maybe we should have gone in. That's all right. We'll let them have it. We'll stay out one more lap. Oh, man. Getting squirrely. I hope this pit strategy works out. I think with them stopping for pits right now, that'll leave us a nice gap when we get back out of pit row. Welcome back, 33. Monday night, I'm planning on doing a couple of hours of Final Fantasy 1. If anybody wants to tune in for that, we'll continue our journey through that game. It's been a lot of fun so far. I don't know how far we are into the story, but we have a boat and we found some elves and found some other shit. I don't know, we'll have to get back into it and figure out where we're at. Those little Dodge Viper right there we're passing up. Through the chicane. Now through the kink. Still pretty early on. Nice. All right, it's basically full on daytime now. It kind of snuck up on us. All right, we're through Mulsanne, heading back up. Make the big right here at Arnage, then we head back up towards the grandstands. Let's go. I say we pit this lap. I mean, look, we have a nice wide gap in front of us right now. Maybe we go one more lap. Nah, let's go. Let's pit now. All right, new tires, full fuel. We're going to be a little heavier. I'll have to watch our grip around the turns for the first lap or two. Yeah, I think that was the right time to pit. Because then we're just going to have to pass a couple of these guys on the Mulsanne straight, and then we're going to be back in the clear again. So that's why I did it right there. Come on, get back on the road. And we got two cars in lap traffic. We're going to catch them on the straightaways. It's going to be easy money. And then we should be pretty good up until noon. Tete Rouge got me again. It's such an easy thing to pay attention to, and I just somehow keep forgetting to pay attention to it. This first straight here, we'll pick up some distance, and then on the Mulsanne straight there at the end, I think we'll catch them. Let's get around this chicane here. All right, I think we catch them on this straight. At least one of them. Yo, what's up, Burn? Got up to 184 again there. That was dope. Well, we didn't catch him on the straightaway, but we got close. I can see him on the horizon up there. Nice. Good turnaround, Mulsanne. Once we pass these two cars up here, we're going to be home free. No more lap traffic for at least another lap. Maybe two. Let's go. All right, 40 seconds. I don't know if they maybe they haven't pit yet. Maybe second place hasn't pit yet because they've made up like 35 seconds if they haven't pit yet. Or if they already pit, then they've made up 35 seconds, which I don't see that being possible. We have a solid line. We're executing. Here we go. Whew, a little close. Oh, you little bitch. Get your ass in the pit row. And go to your room. Butt plugs. Yeah, so when I was playing at the start of the stream, I was in a different competition. I was doing class brackets, and it was making me race weird cars that I've never raced before on weird tracks I've never seen before. So that's what we were doing at the start of the stream. Now I'm on a course I'm very familiar with, driving a car that drives really well instead of those shitty GT cars. J-Dirk, I'm glad you're here, man. Hopefully you'll stop in for the 24-hour stream when we do the full 24-hour Le Mans race. All right, we have got a wide open backstretch here. Like, I could close my eyes and do this next part blindfolded. I'm not gonna, but I could. Oh yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. All right, this is the fastest we're gonna get on this course right here. See if we can see 184 again. Yeah, briefly 184. That looks like our top end on this track. 184 is gonna be all we're gonna get out of this car, which is great. That's fast. It's not IndyCar fast or F1 fast, but it's fast. All right, it is 9:51 a.m. So coming up on 6 in-game hours away from finishing up the race. Good on fuel, good on tires. We still have a ton of track in front of us with no lap traffic, so we're just hot lapping at this point. It looks incredible, huh? Yeah. I'm glad, man. I'm really glad. Ah, get out of the wall. Lame. Oh, went airborne there. That was fun. All right, we got Tete Rouge coming up here, so I don't want to swing too wide or I'll fucking go into the dirt again. Here it is right here. Hit the brakes. Settle into the groove. Right about now. There we go. Much better. Ripping it. That's a gold first split. $45,880 at Tete Rouge is the fastest I've ever got there. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that 33. Slow down for the chicane here. A little slow there, but at least we stayed out of the dirt. At 215, there's good. A little understeer, oversteer there. That was okay. We're back in the red now, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean it. There was a time last year when I was doing a lot of enduro and cruising USA, and you know, 404 is a pretty good time. We're gonna hit a lot of lap traffic on this next lap, but we're gonna be all right. Woo! That was fast. Hey, math teacher guy, have a great one, man. Great job on comms tonight, man. Really, really solid job. I enjoyed doing that with you. That was a lot. That was just fun. All right. I think we'll probably hit our first lap traffic at the bottom of the course here. All right, J Dirk, have a great night, my friend. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Y'all are the fucking real winners of the day. Sounds good, man. I'll try to keep it nice and chill for you. I'll see if I can find somebody doing vegetable ASMR or something. Now we take the little cucumber. Bone walkers, yeah, they suck. Sap all your strength. All right, I got some lap traffic up here. I can see them right now. Several cars right here. I said I thought we'd find them at the end of the bottom of the track, but they stayed in front a little longer than I thought they would. All right, it is now 1:30 in the afternoon, so we're going to have to do another lap. Perfect. Yeah, you got to have that restore strength potion. You should make some with your alchemy set. Actually, with my last playthrough, I made a bunch of restore strength potions, I think, if I remember right. And I called them, there were super strong ones, and I think I named them like, I forget what I called them. I called them something funny, but I can't remember what it was now. Yeah, my spell, yeah. Little GT car's pissing me off. I do believe this will be our last lap, but it might not be. I think it will be, though. If it hits 4 p.m. before we hit the finish line, then we'll get a checkered flag and we'll be done. Oh, nice. Was it the Mentors ring you were going for? Mentors, the fresh maker. Mentors. Minotaurs. That's what's for dinner. All right, 2:45. I definitely think we will get the. I think this will be the last lap. If it's a couple minutes one way or the other, or a couple seconds one way or the other, I will stop before the finish line just so I can get the checkered flag, so as not to have to do another lap. I don't think we'll have to worry about that though. It's already creeping up on 3 o'clock now, and we're not even to Indianapolis yet, so we're good. All right, 3:24. Wow, this is going to be close. This is such a stupid strategy. If we'd have crossed that any sooner, we'd have had to do another lap. Yo, what's up, Julie Cat? All right, so that 1 hour Le Mans we just did, that should, if I'm not mistaken, unlock a new car for us.